In this video, let's learn about increasing capacity using parallel connections. So let's get started. In the previous video, we discussed how increasing voltage using series connection. If you guys haven't watched the previous video, go check it out. The link appears up here and it's even in the description below. Combining cells in series increases the voltage. Yet, it has no effect at all on the capacity of a battery. Let's look at an example. Combining 10 lithium-ion cells that are rated for 3.5 Ah in series will result in a 37 volts 3.5 amperes battery. That's a decently high voltage, but low capacity for most applications. In other words, increasing capacity of a battery, we must combine cells in parallel. Parallel connections can be called the opposite of series connection. Instead of connecting the positive terminal of one cell to the negative terminal of the next cell, as in series connection, parallel connections are made by connecting the same terminals together. To connect two cells in parallel, you should simply connect the positive terminal of the first cell to the positive terminal of the second cell, and then connect the negative terminal of the first cell to the negative terminal of the second cell. This essentially creates one large cell because the two cells are now sharing the same terminals and function as one battery cell. One important safety note: before you connect any battery cell or a battery pack in parallel, you must ensure that they have nearly identical voltages. If the voltages are off by a large amount, it means that one cell is at higher state of charge than the other. When you connect cells with mismatched voltage levels in parallel, the higher charged cells will try to charge the lower charged cell. If the difference in charge is large, the higher charged cell will try to dump a large amount of energy at once on the lower charged cell. This high current flow will damage both cell and can result in cells overheating or catching on fire. Always check the cells are very close or identical to the voltage before connecting them in parallel. Now let's look at some simple math. Calculating the total capacity in amperes of a battery cell connected in parallel is easy. Just multiply the number of cells connected in parallel by the capacity of individual cells. Capacity of parallel cell is equal to the number of cells in parallel into capacity of single cell in amperes. Let's see this with an example. Let's say that we have two lithium-ion cells, each with a nominal voltage of 3.7 volts and rated at 3.5 amperes. If we connect them in parallel by joining the positive terminal together and then the negative terminal together, we will create a 3.7 volts 7 amperes battery pack. As shown in the diagram, if you add one more cell in the parallel with the first two, that will create a 3.7 volts 10 ampere battery pack. If we connect 10 of these cells together in parallel, that will create a 3.7 volts 35 ampere battery pack. Easy, right? So this is about increasing capacity using parallel connections. If you find this video helpful, do hit the like button. To learn more about EVs, go subscribe to my YouTube channel where I'll be posting videos consistently. Check out the website given in the description where you can upload blogs, resolve your queries, and can also watch our previous videos with a clear and detailed explanation. There is a community page completely dedicated for EV enthusiasts around the globe. In the upcoming video, we shall learn about series versus parallel connection. Thank you for watching. Happy learning.